Avast, you scurvy dogs! This be the Pirate Ship Explorer. But if you want her on your seas, you're gonna need to build it first. Next, on Arkitecture. Avast!
Okay, let's start this build off by standard inventory supply list. Focusing with the big items first, you are going to want 6 wooden foundations, the squares, as well as 12 triangular foundations. And I do encourage these to be made in the S Plus option. It just looks better on the boat. Moving beyond the foundations though, we are also going to want 5 wooden walls, 8 wooden window frames. We are going to want 17 wooden railings. Additionally, you're going to want 3 double door frames, 1 actual set of double doors, 13 triangular ceilings. Then for a few miscellaneous pieces, you're going to want your furniture, of course, feeding trough, campfire, mortar and pestle, preserving bin, a couple of forges, a smith, which is what I use for primary storage, the traditional respawn box for just in case. I do encourage 2 wall torches as well as 2 standing torches. You'll want a bed, 4 sloped walls, 2 to the right, 2 to the left, 2 sloping roofs, 2 wooden ramps, and then to help build this process you are going to want a wooden fence foundation and a thatch ceiling and a wooden pillar. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and check all that into my character, and let's get on to the boat here. I want to show a different way of getting foundations onto a boat I just picked up from Reddit. That's a great source for information. I'm going to start off with a fence post. Pardon me, not a fence post, a fence foundation. And we are going to try and line it up with this cross beam and use the mast hole as the center point reference. From there, we drop a pillar on top of it. Then we get foundations, and okay, there we are. And you see they're right there aligned. Saves so much time and resources. Go ahead and drop 3 more foundations to get it connected back to the rudder area. Then we are going to take out the front 2. I'll also pick up that fence post. Come on, pick up. Oh, I ain't going to mess with this. Hop in. Little tip, if you ever have problems picking it up, just go to the front of the boat here. Okay, we want 6 foundations in the rear. Alright, so we go ahead and pick up in the rear, and then I need 2 more for center shaft in the boat. Okay, move the triangulars in front of those, and we're going to go ahead and take the triangular foundations to go ahead and give this entire boat a point all the way up front. Although once you get beyond the raft dimensions, you'll of course need to break out the thatched roof to use that additional structure to be able to get those pointed forward. It does not matter that you're using a square roof and triangular foundations, it'll work just the same. And if you have the S Plus demo gun as I'm showing, that's going to make this a lot quicker and easier to pick up these materials, as well as a lot more resource friendly instead of destroying them all the time. And I do know that they recently added the ability to pick up materials in standard Ark. I just really like the demo gun. I mean, look at it. So go ahead and get that point in the front of the boat, and then let's start working on the back. Same situation, we are going to put a couple of foundations back here. We are going to be encountering the structure limit of the raft, but we'll still be fine. And again, we are going to be needing to use the thatched roof to extend our building options. Come on. There we are. Okay, gotta move the boat. Give me a second. Okay. Again, if you're brand new to Ark raft building, if sometimes when you're having foundations break like that, you're in shallow water and you need to move it into a little bit deeper and you can build like that. See, it's there now. It's just the depth of the water needed some more space. Now we go ahead and continuing to shuffle the thatch ceiling so we're able to extend out more foundations. There we are. Come on, don't tell me. If I can get that corner out, I can get you in. Come on. Pick that up. Yeah, the demo gun to me is just quicker. I'm really happy they added the feature to pick up misplaced pieces. That was so annoying if you misplaced something, but I still prefer the demo gun. Oops, let me take care of that one. Alright, once you've got those three in the rear foundations, then you're going to be moving on to the triangular ceilings, and we're going to drop those in. This is not going to come to a point, but we are going to drop 5 of these in just to give us a little bit of an extended back. And on the boat, I think it looks pretty fine. And again, I like the S Plus variety. This is a good time to set the side ramps on here so that if we need to get off and on, it's a lot easier. Like so. Okay. Go ahead and grab the railings, and we're going to go ahead and surround the entire front of the raft. And we're just going to drop them on pretty normally. I think the railings look good on the boat. If I can get the snap point. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Excellent. Now we come to the first of items that needs to be kind of placed in order. Once this is done, put the campfire in the front, in the nose of the ship first. There we are. I tried to get in as close as possible. Then we grab ourselves a standing torch and we put it dead center, thanks to the center line of the logs, as close to the fire as we can. If you try to swap this around, it doesn't work. I don't know why. I hate the hitboxes, but there's a few things on this build that you have to build in a certain order. Keep going with the railings, and then right behind where the ramp is, we're going to go ahead and put this on, but you want to make sure that this is set because these back here are going to be the half walls, and most of us prefer to have the half walls. No. Thank you. Most of us prefer to have the half wall so that the cut side of the lumber is outside. So remember to use the E key to switch it around. Okay, railing and toggle like that. And then we'll get another one. No. See, the problem with E on a boat is you sometimes hit the boat. Okay, so we drop this here. And this one doesn't necessarily need to be facing in direction because I'm going to keep it looking like a railing, and I'll show you why in a minute. In the interior here, there we are. Now, do I have this in the right direction? Yes. And switch that to a half wall. Excellent. Okay, and on this side then, we're going to go ahead and put 3 railings in as well. Again, most people prefer to design with the split log side facing outward, so I've done this backwards. Okay, so remember to hit that toggle key to flip it around on the edge, like that. And then we continue on. Double check. Demo gun, I love you. Okay. And I'm trying to toggle so much I'm accidentally driving the boat. No problem. Alright, get that on here and toggle. There we are. Yay! Okay, one more. There we are. Okay. Oop, gotta figure this one out. Okay, good, 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 good. Alright. Alright, now we start getting just some of these standard walls, and again, we are going to toggle these for the cut side to be exterior, and in the aft of the boat, then, we're just going to surround the entire siding. Just remember to toggle them to put that cut side outside for appearances. Okay. There we are. Okay. Okay, now if you're going to listen to anything I say throughout the entire building of this video, listen to this. We're coming up to a stage of you have to place certain items in a certain order for this build to work right. So pay attention to the order on this part. We're going to go ahead and grab the feeding trough and your smithy. And before we start putting in the walls and the ceilings, we're going to go ahead and put them in now. You'll have clearer access, plus the snap points will allow you to do it in this order. Feeding trough, I'm going to try and nuzzle into the corner just about as much as I can, but I want to get it on the lower level so it's not clipping into the raft floor itself, like that. And then the smithy, then, I want to get it in here. It's tight, I'll fully admit, but we can do it. You can see that flashes of green. There we are. Alright. Once you've got those two items, then, this is when we start getting the sloped walls. Going to want a right and a left, and then you will want one of the sloped roofs. And if you've never built an Ark before, you do need to use sloped roofs, not ramps. They have different angles and snap points. And again, we're going to make sure that we're putting these in so that the sloped walls have the cut side to the exteriors. Like that. And then the last thing you put on are the sloped roofs. Just trust me, these absolutely have to be last. The hitboxes are going to be pains in the tush if you don't put those in last. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and stock the other side. Actually, let's go ahead and get those double door frames. We want to slip these in here, kind of closing off the area, mostly because we need structure to build another level of wall or windowsill above this, and this is the simplest way to get that in. Okay, and then we drop another double door frame right here, which is not a railing. Double door frame, yeah. And we drop that in here to actually be our door. Okay. And then while we're doing this, go ahead and drop the third one right here. Okay. Now let's go ahead, get the supplies, and get this built. So I'm going to grab what will be my respawn box, and I'm going to drop that. Take it from this angle. I'm going to put this on the corner that actually gets clipped upward with the raft build. Tuck this into the corner as much as I can. Oh, surprised it gives me that much. That'll do fine. Okay. Then while I'm here, going to go ahead and drop all that clothes. If you want to add weapons, arrows, do whatever your style is. I'm just a massive fan of the respawn box, so in the event I do die, you know, on that rare occasion you die in Ark, you show up on your bed, you've got one dedicated box that all it is your respawn, your materials, armor, clothes. You transfer all to your inventory and suit up in seconds, instead of searching through your massive single box for inventory. We're also going to grab then your standard mortar and pestle, put this into the corner. Okay. And then obviously if we're talking about respawn box, this is going to be where I put my bed. The bed is easiest to place from the outside onto the side. That way you've got the angle right. Slip this in here. Like that. Okay. Now we can put up the exterior walls on the rest of this. Again, toggle so we've got the wood exteriors, the cut side of the boards on the exterior. Once you've got those up, that's when you can put the roofs in. That completes the section of the text as far as the very order specific is the two small cabins on either side. But I wanted to make sure you're aware of that part is very process specific due to hitboxes. Okay, grab your windowsills now and window frames, and we're going to start dropping those. Again, continuing with the split on the exterior, like that. And we are going to go and drop those onto the double door frames to have those on top of it. No, it won't let me reach it. Okay. And then we put those... Come on. Okay. Forgot about that. You've got to put the window frames up first before you even put on the sloped roof. See what I mean about this being very particular? But this is why I try to warn you ahead of time. So when you build this, make sure you put up these window frames first, and then you even wait until the window frames are up before you even put on your sloped roofs. And then you'll be able to just drop those on there like that. Get the last one on here. Come on. There we are. Alright. Now we can spin around, and for the last time we can go ahead and put these sloped roofs on. Trust me, when I was prototyping this thing, I had to rebuild this section several times to get everything in and to find the proper order to get it all in. Too much time was spent trying to design that order, but I wanted the look, I wanted the appearance, I was determined. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get a couple more windowsills, and we are going to go ahead and surround the entire back cabin area with windowsills. I like windows. I'll totally cop to it. Okay. Once we've got that area kind of built up, then we're going to go ahead and grab the triangular ceiling frames, and we are going to go ahead and put a roof on this. If the snaps will let me. Excellent. Huh? Oh, okay. There we are. Okay. Okay. Drop it on. Drop it on. And get that last one in. Excellent. Okay. At this point then, you can see the cabin taking shape. We're in the home stretch now. Go ahead and hop up here. You need to do a little bit of a jump to get up here, but that never fazed me. Get the railings. Go ahead, and we are going to put the entire aft area just railed along, because I think that looks very, I think it looks very appropriate for a boat. Okay. Surround the entire aft section. Okay. And then while we're up here, I'm going to go ahead and get a second standing torch. And I'm going to put that about as far forward as I can, and I'm going to put that dead center. And in a second I'll show you why that is so useful, but I try to put that as dead center as possible. Excellent. Okay. At this point now, we are starting to place furniture. Get yourself the torches and the doors and any other furniture that you want to throw into this. I'll give you my suggested equipment, but of course that's going to subject to your preferences. Alright, first thing I am going to suggest is get those two wall lanterns and go ahead and drop those onto the sides right here. And I like these here because, yes, they provide light. That one's simple. Pick this back up so it's on the exterior. I like it on the exterior, so if you sail into colder environments, or if the wind, rain, whatever temperature drops, their proximity to you while you're actually driving the boat, it actually often gives you warmth to get through it. So I like to put those 2 wall torches right here. I just hate the fact that wall torches almost never post on the right side of it. Why would I ever place that? Why would I ever place it the way they want to do it? On the opposite side of the wall. There we are. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and finally drop the door into here. Yay! Okay. In the back rear here, I like to just drop a pair of refining forges, because we all like metal. Alright, drop this into the corner. I know there's a zone here. There we are. Come on. Pack that in. Okay. And then, of course, you are going to want to add a preserving bin. There we are. Okay. Give you a little bit of a look of how all is putting together. Now, why I wanted that standing torch here in that center line is because if you take a look at that, you can give you a reference point, and when that standing torch is in the point of your raft, you can tell you're sailing straight forward. So if that helped you out, or if at least made you smile, leave a like and subscribe. I drop videos like this several times a week. Additionally, if you want to watch more of my builds, feel free to check out my Arkitecture or Commander's Crew. If you watched all of those, I've got something else just for you. I'm Commander Tom. I'll see you next time. Thanks.